Alright, good morning, good morning. Before we get started, let me just go ahead and make sure everybody has the link for the live trading room. Okay. Oh, sorry if that overlapped, it shouldn't have. Now let me go ahead and post the live trading room. Alright, give me 1 second. Alright, so the earliest news we have is at 8:30. So for now we're just waiting. Let me go ahead and make sure my accounts are open. Alright. Let me go ahead and refresh my page. Okay. Just making sure the time is synced, that way you guys see the charts faster. Because there is like a few seconds delay, so I hope that, it's like 1 or 2 seconds. So I hope that you guys have your own charts open. Alright, while we wait for that to set up, I was setting up my social trader. The chart may not be moving for a second because I am currently setting up a copier for someone on my account. Alright, let's see what the charts are doing right now. So we have news at 8:30. I'm probably not going to take a trade on the drilling if we get like an imbalance or something, because we just have news at 8:30, and if I would take it, it would be really small, right? I won't take it though. At least just because we have news, I don't want to. Maybe if it forms a bigger imbalance, I'll take it, but other than that, we're not taking it. Alright, let me go ahead and fix this autocopier thing that I'm doing. Update. Okay. I should be able to Alright, so hopefully Let's take a look what it's doing. So far it's not really doing anything. It is going the direction we want it to go, but obviously we want it to be above 50% when we take the trade. So hopefully it doesn't keep going our direction, because that will show that it wants to go up for news. And let's do risk settings. Okay. Alright, so this should have the copier working for it. It's created several imbalances. So if I was to group it together, like start from this imbalance to this imbalance, 50% would be right around here. I would take it right below the 50%. Stop loss will go above the first imbalance plus 2, right? Plus 2 pips. If you're on my Forex fund, you probably put 4 pips there. And let me go ahead and, sorry if you hear those notifications. Kidding. Okay. We go. The risk reward is there. Maybe not the best, but it's still there. 4R is a good risk reward. That's for the gold drilling. This would be the ideal area, but because we have news in 15 minutes, we're not going to take this. I do have everything. I do believe I have everything besides magic keys open. Okay, so I'm pretty much ready for a trade here. And let me go ahead and make sure I'm on the chart that risks 1%. Yeah, okay, we're good. Alright. Let's see. Today we had it's pretty bullish. And today's what, Tuesday? I don't expect price to keep pushing up like this unless it's creating the high of the week. If we go on the daily, we could check what it's doing right now. It looks like it's very, very bullish, right? It's gone above previous 3 highs right here. So this actually may continue very bullish, even passing up here. Now, if news is very bullish, I wouldn't bother getting in this trade. If news comes up and breaks these highs here or these highs, then maybe. If it goes far above these highs or these highs, I will probably take that 2R trade, not the drilling, because every time price breaks a high on the daily, it does reverse, right? So I'm going to go ahead and mark these highs as areas. Probably this high is the best because it has 2 highs right here, right? Equal highs. And I'm going to mark this orange. If I want my 2R trade, I at least want it above these areas here, unless it flips down, because It does show a very bullish sign. However, we could see price trade down to these areas and then come back up, right, and make the bullish day. It's not the biggest candle it could be. We've had really slow days the past 3 days. So we're expecting this candle to be a large candle, whether it's bullish or bearish, we don't care. But I do really believe that, let me go ahead and delete this money sign. I do really believe that today we may get a big candle. I don't know which side though. If it goes down, it's probably going to retest this imbalance right here. And if it keeps going higher, it's definitely going to test these levels right here. And then there is an imbalance over here as well. So you have several things it could be aiming for here. Today might be one of those days where it just continues the range, right? If we go on a 4 hourly, so I'll go to 4 hourly and we could slowly go down. It's currently trading above highs, right? So this is a strong bullish sign, but if we, let me go ahead and remove this arrow. It does have a very long wick. So this next candle could come down a little bit, but keep shooting up. And this candle will open at 9 a.m. It really depends how the news goes today. Will tell us what we're looking for. News is gonna play a really big factor in what today does. So this candle's trying to reach for the highs. If news on the hourly does not break this high, we could be going down for a little bit before we go higher. On 15-minute, what do we see on the left? We just see these highs here, and we see highs over here, and we see price has rejected off like an imbalance right here, right? Let me go ahead and mark that imbalance over here. It was an imbalance that was overlapping another imbalance. So this is on a 15-minute. We're just looking at where price has been moving, right? And you don't need to know all these things. It just gives you an overview of what you want to see. Now, on a 15-minute before, let me look at what happened before 7 o'clock, right? Because the pre-trading session starts at 7. We see price broke this, failed to go above here. And it's currently trading above these highs. So if I was to go back here, what would I see here? The last point where it rejected from was this area right here, right? So if I draw this area instead of the big imbalance, right? So I could go ahead and delete this big imbalance because we know it's there, but the last area it reversed from was this area right here. And I know there might be a gold trade, guys, right now. I'm not sure, but I'm waiting till news, guys. Let's take a look at 1 minute now. Too close to news. Too close to news, guys. On a 1 minute, we're getting confirmation of a trade right here, but it's just too close to news. I would take it normally, guys, but after last week, what happened in news, I'm not taking this. You could take this if you wanted to. I'm not taking this because of what happened to me last week, where we had a winning trade that let me go ahead and remove this. It's just too close to news. But this right here, I believe it was very profitable. Like, it was going in profit, and then news just completely obliterated us, right? And this may not even make it to news. It may hit stop loss right here on this candle. But I'm waiting until news for a trade, right? But that's the trade if you wanted to take a trade before news. It would be valid because it's above the 50% line. So let me go ahead and remove that. And I need to just edit my styles of, I want to make it, okay, straight lines. Okay. So that's, I wanted to make the box of the session straight lines so I don't get mixed up with the 50%. You see right here, you would be getting stopped out. So this is why we wait until news. Alright. Okay, so here's another trade right here that we're not going to take because, let me see actually, would you have been stopped out if you took this first trade with a 2 pip stop loss? I think it depends on which broker you're at. 9.6 would have been pretty close. Would have been pretty close. Gold has a 5 pip stop loss, so yeah, you would have probably been stopped out on my Forex funds. I think True Forex Funds has the least spreads. Okay, so keep in mind that this level here is the last level price rejected from, right? You don't need to draw support, resistance, all that, guys. I'm only drawing this for visual purposes. It's not really that important in terms of, because market could just blow through it, right? I'm just trying to see what news will do when price trades above this area. Okay, so currently we see gold is headed down. What level would take profit on this be if we had our stop loss at 9.6? Take profit would be just below where the market opened down here. News in 3 minutes. And it may do exactly what it did the other day, where it shoots up, takes you out, then continues down. I strongly believe we will have a bearish day, but hopefully we could get an entry after news in this area, because news may just drive this thing down like crazy. So it has another imbalance. So if you got stopped out on this imbalance because your stop loss was 2 pips above here, then, or 4 pips if you're using my Forex fund, it would have had another setup here. The only times you don't take a set, like you stop taking setups, okay, so you do another 2 pips above here. You stop doing this if you lose three times, okay? Actually, no, this would have been break even, not stopped out, because as soon as it hits the 50 line, you're moving stop loss to break even. So whether you would take this or not is subjective. But if news is gonna drop this thing, it should hit 6R pretty quick. I'm not entering this trade. Like I said, I'm waiting till news in 1 minute. And news is in less than a minute, so we would see price going up here. I'll keep this risk reward tool open, but I'm not in this trade. You'll hear it when I get in a trade. The news we have is retail sales, so I do expect market to move a little bit. Maybe not by much, but I do expect it to move. Yep, you would have definitely been stopped out there. This is good though. If as long as it doesn't break the highs, this move here is good. Because then if we get the next candle going down, we could take a retracement when it comes back up here in this level. What I don't want it to do is just go straight down. Okay, so here's news. Please do not go above here. Okay. Because this, if it goes above here, guys, it's just showing us that it's very bearish. I mean bullish, sorry, not bearish. Sometimes patience really rewards. We're still sitting on our hands here. We're not taking anything. And I will let you guys know when we get a confirmed setup, in case you don't know how to look for a confirmed setup. And I do believe we went above the 5-minute high. We haven't actually gone up on a 5-minute high. Because the 5-minute high would be all the way up here, I'm probably just gonna mark this level here as our 5-minute for the trade, because I don't think we're gonna reach up here, and if we do reach up there, we don't want to take any trades. So here is a nice confirmation candle. Reason I'm not taking this is because for me it is too big and it happened pretty much too quickly. I wasn't looking. If we get another engulfing, I'll take that engulfing, depending on how the engulfing happens, okay? As long as it's above the 50 line, I'll take the next engulfing, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I prepare my magic keys this time. I'm not taking any trades yet. I'm just getting my magic keys set up so we could get in a trade. I don't know if you guys are getting in this trade or not, but or if you got in this trade or not. I skipped because look at the kind of like it could keep going down, yes, but look at the stop loss. You'd have to use $6 stop loss, which means it needs to go down $12. That is not, this is not optimal, because you're going down all the way to the lows, and it may very well do that, right? Like it could reach down here, but this isn't optimal. Now you could move stop loss here, but it still has to move $6, which anything can happen, right? So this is why we're waiting for a retracement. There is no right or wrong way to take it, guys. You just have to think about it in a way that what's the best way for you to reduce your risk? Obviously, to take this trade, that is not reducing your risk, right? You would rather pass on a trade like this than win a trade like this, because I know some of you want trades, but if you're trading a funded account, right, you only need 4 wins a month, right? If you were taking a challenge every single month, you would only need 4 wins a month to pass your challenge. Okay? I'm not taking this if this engulfs, because it is below the 50% line, and it's near the lows. We want an engulfing in this area here. Okay? You only need 4 trades a month to make 8%. You need 5 wins a month to make 10%. So wouldn't you want to make sure that each of those 5 trades have the highest possibility of winning? Yes, the strategy itself has a high probability of winning, but when you think about it objectively, you know gold has moved. How much has it moved? From 54 to 72, right? Almost a $20 move, and now we would expect it to make another $12 move. Gold only moves around $30 a day on a normal day, right? So expecting it to move too much is basically putting yourself at a area where if you were to take this trade here, you would have to keep stop loss really tight at break even immediately once price is going your way, and you may even get stopped out. So just think about little things like that before you enter a trade. Like, where are we in the market, right? How much is the entry price? Is it a big entry? Yes, sometimes these big entries work out, but it's still not favorable. The probability of it fully working out are not in your favor. So here, if we get another engulfing in this area here, we're gonna take this trade. I have my magic keys ready and everything. Okay. I'm looking at this candle, but depending on how it forms, we may not have a trade here. Yeah, it's not a trade yet. Okay. We're now basically moving back. If I put in on 5 minutes, we're retesting these areas here. On a 15-minute, what does that look like? This could flip bullish. On the hourly, this looks like it's bullish, but it could flip bearish. So on a 4-hour, it's just nothing really. Okay, so here I may take the entry, guys. If we don't create a wick on the bottom side that's bigger than the candle body, I'll take this. I'm gonna prepare it in my account. So the high is up here. So what I would like for it to be is like the stop loss will be, oh, okay, so this changes things. Maybe we'll see. This is a $2 stop loss though, so it's getting bigger. Let's see what the next candle does. I'll wait for the next candle to come back up into price, and I'll probably take this. Yeah, so I will probably take it. Let's see. I think I'm getting a little bit too late here, so I want stop loss to be 2 pips above here. Yeah, if candle stays here, I'm taking it right now, guys. I didn't get the entry yet, and I think I may have just missed that. If it comes back in, I will take it though. I want it to be at least green when I enter this trade. Spreads are only 2 pips. I don't know if you guys got in, but I was trying to set up my magic keys, and the stop loss would have moved. Okay, I got in now. I think you guys heard the noise of magic keys. So take profit will be obviously a 2-hour trade, which this is a $4 stop loss. Keep that in mind. So as soon as it reaches here, this level here, I'm moving my stops to break even. Because this is a very big stop loss still. This one here was $6, this one here is $4. So as soon as price breaks this level, which is the, if I zoom out, this is the midnight open, I'm going to move stop loss to break even. Just want to make sure everybody is aware. So at this price level here, okay. I would like it to break this support area really convincing. Let's look on the 5-minute. The 5-minute does look good. As you can see, it's a bearish, right? Then this tried to be bullish, and then now this is bearish. So we could watch the 5-minute chart. We don't need to watch the 1-minute chart anymore and see it fluctuating up and down. We could just stick to the 5-minute. And the plan is when price moves down here, we're moving stops to break even. Now we could get stopped out. If we get stopped out, it's whatever. On a 15-minute trade, on a 15-minute candle, this is bearish as well. So this is a good sign. Everything is pointing pretty good on the 15-minute and 5-minute. And now we just wait. Did you guys get in? Remember, once it reaches this level here, move stops to break even. And it may tag us out, right? Because it's not really that far from break even. But it's better than keeping the trade open. Once it goes to break even, I will go get some coffee or I will get something to drink. Okay, here we are going down. Next candle I expect it to be a little bullish and then continue driving down. Has 1 minute into this 5-minute candle. Probabilities are in our favor, but we could be wrong. You know, we could always be wrong. It doesn't matter how good it looks, right? We could always be wrong, so last 30 seconds. Hopefully this does not flip. On a 15-minute, this looks still pretty bearish. Next candle, I assume we'll test these levels here to close the gap before headed down further. And ultimately, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for price to retest early and then goes down. We don't want it to go down because like this, we want it to retest first, create that top wick, and then continue driving down. It could just end up leaving a gap, but usually if price drives down really fast early on, it's gonna flip back later in the candle. So we would like to see it drive first so that it comes our way. Okay, remember, once price reaches this level, move your stops to break even. Okay, so it's filled this area, right? So if this 5-minute candle could go bearish, would be really good for us. If it stays like this, it depends on what the next candle does. That will pretty much see if we're going to be in this trade very long or we're just going to be waiting. Hopefully it does go bearish, but from this point on, guys, I wouldn't like panic if it's going to hit stop loss or hit take profit, because once we entered the trade, it's not in our control anymore. We just have to see what it does, right? We've done everything correctly before the trade, and now we could only basically watch what it does. Looks like it's creating an engulfing on a 5-minute. On a 15-minute, it's retesting this level here. So it still could mean that this could flip back bearish. You see, if you're looking at this on the 1-minute, it looks very, very much bullish now, right? But looking on a 15-minute, you know how candles go, right? When candle goes down, the next candle tests the previous candle's wick area. Sometimes, obviously, it does go like this, continues driving, but in most cases, when candles are moving in one direction, they retest the previous candle's wick, or the candles a few candles ago wick. And right here, that's what we're doing right here. So let's see what happens. I'll keep looking at it on a 15-minute chart instead of a 5, just because we know exactly what it's doing right now. It's also retesting that 50% line for the day, right? The 50% line of the day. And we'll see. If it creates an engulfing on the 15-minute, then we've lost this trade, because the engulfing will have to go up here. For now, we just keep waiting. Alright, as you can see, our take profit is really far down, which is okay. We're not really, it's worse than we would, I mean, it's not as good as we would have wanted it to be, but let me go back on the 15-minute, but looking at it, it's still like around these lows here, around the daily low. Alright guys, I think we'll be in this for a little bit, unless it like just shoots up, but because of that, I'm probably just gonna make coffee. Yeah, I'll be back. Win or lose, this was a confirmed trade, so it's technically a win in our books, right? Alright, I'll put it right here so you guys can see that I am muted. Alright, I'll be right back. Win or lose, it doesn't matter, guys. Just keep doing the same thing. Be right back. Alright, so it looks like this trade was out. Now, it has another engulfing right here, but if you use this engulfing here, your stop loss can't be above here. Your stop loss has to be above the previous high. The only reason why you don't use it on this one is because then it would have been, you know, too high. So the stop loss was right here. And yeah, I'm probably done for the day. I'm going to probably see if 2R on this would have been down here. Yeah, I'm probably not going to take this trade, but because news doesn't seem like it was very bearish, right? And this trade here might end up failing if I was to take it. So let's say we'll see. I'll probably use a small lot, but this would be the trade here. If it comes down here, I'll probably take a trade maybe here or around here, this level, or here. I'll take a small lot here. If you can't afford to lose it, I wouldn't advise taking a trade if this candle's engulfing and putting stop loss up here. But whether this loses or wins, it's probably going to be the last trade of the day. So I will take it on a smaller lot size, and we'll go here, put stop loss a little bit above. Take profit will be a 2R. I couldn't get tagged in. Keep in mind that this trade may end up losing quickly, so just if you enter this trade, know your risk parameters. And it went. I couldn't get tagged in yet. I couldn't get tagged in. I think it's gonna take off without me. And this is the problem with having such a big engulfing, right? Because when you have such a big engulfing like this candle here, when the retracement happens, you cannot use the previous high as stop loss. So it has to come back in a little bit. That way you could use the previous high as a stop loss. I think ultimately this trade here will work out. 2R is here. Once price reaches a certain level, maybe 1R, which would be down here, you move your stops to break even. And then I wouldn't recommend taking partials, just move to break even. I personally couldn't get in on this trade here. I was getting close. I wanted to get in right at the, but you see this candle didn't have a wick. I should have gotten right at the end there, but I was waiting to see if this next candle would go up a little bit before I got in, and unfortunately it didn't. Originally, we would have wanted our trade to be one of these two candles and putting stop loss above here. The reason why I wouldn't put stop loss here is because one, we're too close to this high, right? And two, this high, so what was it, 29, so 31 would be stop loss. This high was the original signal right here, but obviously we weren't going to take this signal, right? So using the original signal's high would be a better stop loss. So it was 31.2 would be the stop loss. Let's see if this trade would have worked out or not. After this reaches maybe TP or down here, I'll probably end the stream off, or if it goes up and loses here. I'm not re-entering. I might re-enter depending on how it reacts if it gets up here. If it shoots up here, like further up, I'm not gonna take it, like if it shoots up, but if it plays around here, I will take it. I'm going in with a 0.4% risk. Okay, okay, let's see. It's at entry here. I will probably get in here for a little bit. If it just goes a little bit higher. Oh. It really doesn't want to give me that entry. Let me see if I could put in. I didn't want to put in a limit order because if it shoots up, then I don't want to get into that because then I know it's going to go up for the highs. So I was waiting to see how it plays around the entry, and honestly, I don't think I got it. Like, I don't think I'll get it, but we'll see. Let's see. If it shoots down past 1R, I'm not going to get in because at that point, you would have to move this to break even, right? 1R is down here. So if it shoots past down here, I'm not entering. This would have basically hit my entry, but I didn't have a limit set up, so. As far as the trade losing, it doesn't matter, guys. We know that gold really gives us good opportunities, right? Today's just Tuesday. Yesterday we missed the trade, and today's Tuesday. We still have 3 more days that can provide us profitability. The only reason I was willing to risk, I'm probably not getting in this anymore. See how it's stalling here? I'm just gonna take my loss for the day and not re-enter. If you're already in, then it's fine, but I'm not gonna re-enter. We still have 3 more days for the week, and we're down 1%. Any win will put us back in profit, so I'm not really worried. And that's with the gold miner. Overall, I am profitable because I did take a trade yesterday with the other setup, which, by the way, this would be another setup right here for the drilling to see if it goes down here, right? So has a double confirmation that this should go down, but it doesn't mean it's going to go down, right? Because it has to go down how far? All the way back down here, which it could do that, but chances of it going down here are pretty slim with this big strong bullish move. So anyway, I'll probably end the stream off here, guys. I will see you tomorrow same time, and we'll make any losses back for this week. Overall, gold has been profitable most weeks, every week actually. So just because you have one losing day, don't think about it as today you lost, you know. Keep in mind that the long-term goal is to see how it does by the end of July or end of August. Don't worry about one day. because there's been days we lost twice in a row. I think 2 weeks ago on gold, we lost twice in a row or something like that, and then we still came back profitable. So keep that in mind. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm not re-entering this trade, so I'll just go ahead and remove that. But I will see you guys tomorrow. If you're in this trade, you could just exit out at break even if you got in, or you could keep it running. It's up to you, but just be aware of the risk. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you do keep this trade going and it wins, then you're probably profitable for the week. If you don't, then I guess we'll make it profitable tomorrow or the next day. But have a good day, and we'll be back tomorrow with the same thing.